Are you ready to go back to the sewer?
Yes.
Yes.
Are you ready to go back to the sewer? Without further ado, please bring out our guest. Our first guest is an actor with a body of work that includes the original Star Trek, Star Trek The Next Generation, The Omega Man, Space Academy, Police Academy, and Revenge of the Nerds. Today he joins us as the live-action voice of Katana Cutting Leonardo in all three films. Please welcome Brian Tachi! And next, he's an actor and producer whose roles include Red Sonja, The Rundown, Superstore, and Sidekicks. Today he joins us as Kino the Pizza Boy and the suit actor for the staff-slinging Donatello in Part 2. Please welcome Ernie Reyes Jr. And next, he is a performer and director whose credits in front and behind the camera include Adventures of Donnie Toe, Sworn to Justice, and Star Hunter. Today he joins us as the talkative member of the Foot in the first film and the suit actor for the side-slinging Raphael in the second. Please welcome Ken Scott! And next, he's an actor and composer whose body of work includes Doc McStuffins, The Brady Bunch, Naruto, and Galactica 1980. Today he joins us as the voice of the nunchuck nailing Michelangelo in all three films. Please welcome Robbie Risk. And finally, he is an actor whose credits include G.I. Joe, Lost, The Expanse, and The Penguin. Today he joins us as the suit actor for the Shredder in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2: Secret of the Ooze. Please welcome Francois Chow!
Evil Shredder. Shredder stinks.
Oh, gentlemen, welcome to Raleigh. That's so good to have you all here this weekend.
Thank you, Patty Hawkins.
Oh, thank you, Brian. Thank you, Brian. So some of you have done this before, some of you haven't. So what I'd love to do real quick is I would just love to hear how you all came to these roles on this amazing franchise. So when did it blip on your radar? And hey, do you want to be a turtle who's also a ninja, or how did it all come about?
I knew about the comic books, but not the cartoon. And I'd been doing a lot of dude voices at the time because, well, Fast Times at Ridgemont High happened.
Yeah.
So Jeff Spicoli becomes sort of a cultural meme. And so I was doing a lot of dude voices, and they called me in to read on this thing. They said it's a kids movie called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I'm like, you mean like that comic book where it's really violent and they're making that for kids? All right, so anyway, I got lucky enough to get it, and if you ask me, I don't know, there was like 4, maybe 5 guys in LA that could have done it also, but I got lucky, and now we all get to be in the same room together, talking about this thing that is apparently way bigger than all of us.
Way bigger.
Oh, yeah. With you guys. We get to be with them. Oh, me?
Whatever. It's popcorn style. Anybody can say whatever they want.
Well, it's really funny. When they put the project together, they put the production team together, they put the cast together. I was not a part of that.
Oh.
Boo. So what happens, they started production, and then they fired Leonardo. Yay! But then they hired somebody else. Boo. And then they fired him! Yay! Anyway, so I was working on another project, and somebody said to the production producers, they said, Brian just became available. Do you think he'd be interested in doing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie? So they called my agent. My agent says, would you like to do the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie? I said, no, I don't do horror. They go, no, it's not a horror film. It's this comic book, and it shows these turtles in the sewer. Little ooze comes on them, they grow, they become these karate badass guys with a little surfer vent. And I go, yeah, I think I can do that. And they hired me, and they didn't fire me. Yay! So I guess what
the upshot of this story
Yes, sir.
is that they had the one dude fired,
Fired.
another dude
Yeah.
fired,
Fired.
right, and then you,
Yeah.
which means somewhere there was a meeting where they all said there's a Tochi-rificness that is missing from our
Aw.
and where do you get Tochi-rificness?
Gee, I don't know.
From Brian Tochi.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, so
You're
the
too
character
kind.
doesn't happen without a significant dollop of Tochiosity.
And I put a dollop and a half in there. I'm telling you.
And also, and we've all been in entertainment. No one's ever fired. They're released.
The release. Yes, to go to another project.
I've been fired.
Yeah.
I know why.
But thank goodness, because I had no idea what the Ninja Turtles were. And look at this. The first movie, 35 years later. It's our anniversary, 35 years. And we get a chance to see all of you. So God bless you. God bless the turtle. Yeah.
So nice. So who else wants to jump in?
Well, I was walking down the street and I passed two homeless actors who had just been fired from being Leonardo. They told me there was this movie happening.
No, man, that was released.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So actually, ever since I was 13 years old, I wanted to be an action hero in the movies. I was taking karate. I used to idolize on-screen stars, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Bruce Lee, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and even Ernie Reyes Jr. He was making movies at the time, Last Dragon and Red Sonja, and being an awesome martial artist out on the circuit. So that was my goal. So my whole life I trained to do whatever I could to try to be an action hero. I learned how to ride motorcycles, I jumped out of airplanes, I studied acting, just whatever I thought I needed to do. And then my first job right out of college, they had built a movie studio right in Wilmington, North Carolina, because I grew up in Greensboro, North Carolina. Yeah. I know we're in Raleigh, but I went to Chapel Hill. I graduated as a Tar Heel. So I'm a North, yeah, that's cool. I'm a North Carolina boy. So they built that studio in Wilmington. I drove down there to try to figure out how to break into the studio because I knew that my dreams were somehow beyond those walls down there. So I ended up dressing up as a pizza delivery guy, and I snuck onto the movie studio lot, ended up meeting the people that were in charge of casting for different movies. They told me about this movie coming with martial arts. It was a secret. And then ultimately they called and said, do you want to audition for this movie? It's called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I was like, absolutely. And auditioned, and that's how it all worked out. So pizza got me there.
He has a book, by the way, that chronicles that whole journey. It's a terrific book, by the way. Just thought I'd throw that in, because it really is.
I'm not trying to sell you a book, but I wrote this for the fans. It's all behind the scenes stories of making the Ninja Turtle movies. It's how I dressed up like a pizza delivery guy, how I snuck on the movie lot, and then everything we all went through and what went right, what went wrong, what it was like working with Vanilla Ice, everything you want to know about making a Ninja Turtle
And
movie.
this is available at your table.
Yeah, this is available at the table. It's also available on Amazon for $10. So if you want to enjoy some good toilet reading, you can get it on Amazon.
Turtle toilet read.
Yeah, let's see. So Golden Harvest was one of the production companies that made the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies. And they had brought over 4 Hong Kong stuntmen for the first time working on an American production. And Golden Harvest was responsible for Bruce Lee, Jet Li, Jackie Chan, all the major martial arts stars coming out of Hong Kong. So I was really familiar with the company. And Pat Johnson, who I'd known since I was a little kid, he used to judge me in my martial arts forms competitions all across the United States. And I'd known him for my whole life, basically. Anyways, he was the stunt coordinator on the film. And one of the guys hurt his back in pre-production, so Pat gave me a call and said, hey, this isn't an acting job, but we need somebody your size and can hang with the Hong Kong stunt guys. So I was really excited to get out of the house. No, But yeah, I mean, I was really excited to work with Golden Harvest because that was my dream. It was my dream basically to work with them, and so that's how I got hired. Yeah.
And he was such a sensation doing Donatello in the first movie that they decided to take him out of the costume, make him Kino, a star of the second movie, and then they loved him so much, then Surf Ninjas. You guys know that movie?
I guess it's my turn. Sorry. I had to audition for the role, and basically, I got the role, and this is my audition.
Oh my God! Hire him! You are him!
Hold on a second. Give us another take on that, but this time just give me a little more emphasis on this.
Emphasis on evil.
Yes.
Yeah.
Watch the eyes.
Oh, he's good. Oh yeah, he's on. He's good. Yeah, sorry. Put him on this. Yeah. Well, gentlemen, thank you for my capricious curiosity. I just wanted to hear the origin story. Before I jump out there and take these questions, on behalf of myself and the whole audience, I want to thank you all. I want to thank you for your talents and your professionalism, and for the contributions you made to this ongoing and amazing franchise.
We're not here without you and you and you and you. So we thank you.
Yeah,
Because seriously, and I'm not dissing anybody. Making movies is really hard work, but I don't think anywhere at this con is there a Spy Kids panel. Not because it's a bad movie, but the attachment that you guys have to this particular intellectual property is sometimes really overwhelming, at least for me. That I come to these things and hear your stories, and it really means so much that this thing that we did, which on paper is for 7-year-olds, and it's people of a certain height.
Are you saying
People of a certain height doing gymnastics in rubber suits. At least on paper, that's what it is. But the fact that we do like 2 of these a month, and almost every one has one of these panel things, and we're playing to a room full of people. So thank you, and it's overwhelming.
Give us a hand to give you guys a hand.
Turtle power.
Cowabunga.
All right. What are we doing? Hi, what's your name?
Patty Blackwell.
Hi, Patty. What you got?
Hi, Patty.
Hi. I grew up with my son watching these movies. I enjoyed them as much as he did, and especially the first 3 Turtle movies. Out of the first 3, which one is your favorite and why?
I would like to say, well, the first one for me, it was interesting because, first of all, Golden Harvest, who had the rights to the film, they went to all the major studios. They went to Disney, Warner Brothers, 20th Century Fox, Paramount, all of them, and they were all turned down. I hear some people, executives, were released because of it. Anyway, so it took this very small company. At the time, they were known for the Freddy movies, the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. A little company called New Line Cinema. So they said, well, we'll take a chance with it. So they went and they did the production, and the first one followed more in line with Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird's vision from the comic books. And so it wasn't really made for kids. It was really made as just a movie for everybody, adults, I think predominantly. And so from that, what happened is Robbie was saying, you go to the theater and all of a sudden, this little tiny movie that every studio turned down, the opening day was the largest opening, highest grossing independent film in the history of film. And at the end of the run, it became the highest grossing, the most successful independent film in all of history. That was the first one, and I'll tell you, I think that's why it kind of made it my favorite, and I think it set the foundation to become the juggernaut that it became. If that's an answer for you.
I don't know. I have a, honestly, I love the first film too. Not only that is only when I was inside the suit in the first film, but it was only I'd say about 10 years ago that anybody even knew that. So it was really cool to be part of the film and not have my face all over the film. Although that was cool too. But yeah, so that's kind of, I like the first film, and I like the fact that I was there right from the very beginning. And so I enjoy the first film, and of course I like the second.
Apparently Eastman, his favorite is the first one, and his second favorite is the third one. And the third one is actually my favorite, not because I necessarily think it's a great turtle movie. As a matter of fact, I think one of the things it suffers from is those characters could conceivably be anyone. It's not necessarily a turtle movie, right? However, the suits sucked. So, meaning they malfunctioned. Even when they got a take they liked, there'd be some other mask in the shot, so it'd be like, we've got to go over the mountain or whatever, and somewhere next to them another turtle mouth goes, right? So while we're making it, the guy who was running the session was like, oh, see that? Can you put something there? So I would say about a third of that movie was written by the actors. So we got a lot of freedom to do whatever we want, and I think any opportunity actors get to play, so that one kind of makes it, my favorite. But I mean, I'm always the outlier. It's how it goes.
I can confirm to Eastman on that. I've done a panel with him. He said the first and the third.
Yeah, totally.
I like the second one because I'm in it.
Yay! But boo.
I like the first one because it's dark and it's dangerous and it's got the three things that make it magical. It's got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which is an exceptionally bizarre, crazy, magical property. Then it has Steve Barron, the most visionary music director of the times. He directed Money for Nothing by Dire Straits. He directed the a-ha, the most famous music video, Take On Me by a-ha. So he was a visionary director, and then you put Jim Henson in there. When you have those three things together, you create a piece of magic, and I think that's what that first film. It feels more like a dark art film than it does a Hollywood action, kids movie.
They're re-releasing it, by the way, this year for the 35th anniversary on the big screen.
Yeah,
Just
next
guys
month.
know. It's really amazing to see it on the big screen, as opposed to a small screen. You just see so much. It's so cool. I just thought I'd add that.
Yeah, you can see how in the first scene when all the turtles are jumping into the sewer, radical, that whole scene, a couple of them aren't wearing their feet.
You can see it in the opening, as they jump over, each actor jumps so high, they didn't realize how high they were going to jump, so nobody's wearing their turtle costume from the knee down, and you see their white leggings on every human leg jumping in. It's crazy. It's like, how did you never see that? And once you see it, you can't not see it.
Thanks so much for your question.
Oh,
Thank
great
you.
one.
Man, I remember you from previous years. Good to see you again. So what would you like to ask?
My name is Joey, and I live in Greensboro.
Yeah.
All right, Joey.
Greensboro. We're homeboys.
So, do you have a funny story making me?
Yeah, one time Brian's underpants fell down. That was funny.
I did that on purpose.
Well, it happens every
Just for
day.
that. Yeah.
Gets him kicked out of so many cons.
We had so while we're making the movie, it was brand new electronics that the Henson organization was using to create these animatronics. And there was no internet back then. Everybody didn't have a computer on their desktop. So these genius guys from England were ordering all these components and taking them apart and putting them together and making these things. So when they created the turtle costumes, they had these amazing electronic contraptions that moved, but they also kept picking up the radio signals from the nearby airport. So the whole time we're filming, every once in a while we'd just break in and the sound guy would start picking up talk between the pilots and the tower about what was going on, and then the turtle faces would start to malfunction and do what Robbie was talking about, where they would just go off doing stuff. So the brilliance of what they were doing was also a little bit mired in the fact that it was all new and they didn't have all the bugs worked out. So we used to hear the airport a lot.
Thank you.
You're welcome,
Thank you,
Joey.
Joey.
Joey, appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.